That's what it sounded like to me. And he's now deceased. He was great. And so I mentioned Jack Buck in this song as a tribute to Jack Buck.
That's the one we heard on the way down.
Before he died, down on the field at Busch Stadium. And that was pretty cool because I always liked Jack Buck. He was also a poet. And I mentioned, in this version, I'm going to mention Vin Scully, who's just one of the greatest baseball announcers. And I'm also going to mention a surprise announcer in the fourth verse that's not on my CD. But you'll hear Ernie Harwell's name mentioned, who's the voice of the Detroit Tigers. He's like 92. And we're recording this show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want a copy of it after I'm done, you could have one in 15 minutes after we're done. And it doesn't even cost much for it. It's a double CD, so it's up to you. Kind of cool though, right? We're producing them on the spot, and it's a good sounding recording. So this is called A Brief History of My Life.
This is the one where he leaves Nova Scotia and goes, yeah. So his dad was at Greenwood or something.
Well, we first moved to the USA all the way from Canada. We drove across the continent from Nova Scotia to Pasadena. My sister and me and my mom and dad, from the cold to the sunny south. There were palm trees growing and it was not snowing, and I never did shut my mouth. Drove on over to the courthouse in downtown Los Angeles. Put our hands on a Bible and we swore as a family that we were not communists. When we drove away, I started to cry. They said, "What's wrong, son? Are you sick?" I said, "I don't want to be an American. I want to be a Catholic." Baseball in the car, the voice of Vin Scully, it would travel really far. Well, I made my first communion in St. Rita's Catholic Church. There was incense choking and a priest was smoking, was a choir up in the perch. My face got red and my stomach felt bad. They said, "If you're gonna get sick, use a cup." Well, I thought by the time that it was my turn, Jesus would be all eaten up. We talked Hollywood, baseball in the car. The voice of Jack Buck, it would travel really far. Well, my allergies were bad, so we moved to the desert, to a city called Palm Springs. We trick-or-treated at Liberace's house. Each finger had a diamond ring. We met Elvis Presley in the middle of the summer, and he hugged my sister for far too long. Well, I felt kind of weird, but I would have pimped her out just to hear him sing a song. We talk Hollywood and baseball in the car. The voice of Ernie Harwell, it would travel really far. Earliest memories was John Kennedy getting shot. My mom was crying and ironing clothes, and my face felt really hot. I watched the funeral on TV, and it was there in black and white. I saw a son salute his father's flag-draped coffin, and things did not seem right. Now here I am, a growing up boy at home on the 4th of July. weren't around, the ones who passed away. Well, I'm feeling kinda grateful here on Independence Day. We taught Hollywood and baseball in the car. The voice of Tom Cheek, it would travel really far. Yeah, Tom Cheek, he made that iconic call, and he's now up in broadcaster's heaven too, bless his soul. And that call he made was when the Toronto Blue Jays beat the Philadelphia Phillies to win the World Series on Joe Carter's walk-off home run. And the call that Tom Cheek made was just amazing that it came out of his mouth. As Joe Carter touched the bases, he said,
"Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in all your life."
It would travel really far. I get allergies and asthma in the yard, and no one ever told me growing up would be so hard. Stuart, it gives me goosebumps, that call. It does. I even have it on my iPhone. I have just an MP3 of him saying that. It's crazy.
At that game.
You were there?
I was at that game.
Whoa. I was the guy who had sex in the hotel room at Center Field. With Anastasia. Living in Reseda.